everybody, it's Christine, and today I have a new series. It's the ABCs of Scrapbooking Boys to Men, and it is a team up with my friend Susanna, and so a couple times a month we're going to just be bringing you some fresh layouts about the boys and or men in our life, and it's definitely not little boys or just older boys. It's going to be a mixture of both. And what we're trying to do is we're going to use the alphabet kind of as our inspiration. So today we're starting with A. And funny enough, we both went with All About Me. We could have gone several paths, including like, we could have done alphabets or awesome, or I'm sure there's a bajillion things we could have done, but we both ended up doing All About Me, and we both ended up scrapbooking about our teenage sons. So with that in mind, I am using the Bro & Co. collection from Simple Stories. You've seen me work with that recently, and of course it's perfect for those older young men in our life. And so I am using that to create this All About Me layout. Now, the colors of the picture of him, he's wearing black and then he's up against an off-white background. So I was inspired by this black and white check and this off-white background with script font on it. However, while you're seeing this right now, I am going to end up replacing that top paper because it was just too busy. And you'll see what I mean as things evolve. So don't get too attached to that one. I am going to keep the check at the bottom. And the other thing I'm going to do is I cut them at an angle, and I am going to leave that white space in between. And so I'm going to use that white space actually to add my title and my picture. Now, as I was considering my options for creating today, I thought a lot about different sketches, and then this kind of just fell in my lap. When I pulled out the collection, having already worked with it, I had this paper already cut at an angle, and I just had set it down on my desk by the check paper, and lo and behold, it just inspired me to go that direction. Gives it a kind of graphic feel, which is always fun, especially when you're working with boy stuff. I feel like it just plays up that feel all the more. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to go around and make sure I've got 1-inch margins all the way around. And I am using a white base, which is a little bit unique up against that off-white paper. But I really like how the off-white in Simple Stories collections combines with white. It really is like something that I'm doing a lot of these days, and I just like the look. So I'm going to run with that for as long as that lasts. Now you can see I've got one single picture here. He's a teenager. He doesn't like to have his picture taken a ton, but he does humor me every once in a while. And this is a very recent picture of him before work. And what I did to start to bring color in is I matted this picture 4 times, and right now there's actually an extra layer on there. I'm going to peel off the very back layer. So I've got it matted with like a dark royal blue, a golden yellow, a dark red, and then kind of a teal color. And that is all simply not because I think, oh, I've got to matte this picture so many times, but it was a cool way to bring in some color. And then now you can see I'm taking these Color Vibe foam letter stickers, and I am creating my title in that diagonal space down the middle, and it's going to say All About Me. This only took me about 20 minutes to get it adjusted just right. I'm not going to make you sit through that. But it was quite a little process, shifting things over and moving them back and moving them again, and yeah, so that and the next step were by far the longest part of this process because it's actually a pretty simple layout. But anytime you're working with letter stickers, I feel like it just adds so much time because you're trying to get them on there straight, space just right, etc., etc. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take out the Color Vibe Alpha sticker book, and I'm using the bold one because it coordinates perfectly with this collection. It just is perfect. And So I'm going to take not the full 1-inch stickers, but I think they're about 3/4 of an inch, maybe even, yeah, I think they're about 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to use those stickers and write things in the margins that he loves. Now, right off the bat, I'm realizing I'm going to have an issue when I get to the corners. So how can I combat that? Well, I'm thinking through, okay, can I add some stars? I've already cut out some big stars in the different colors to use as embellishments later, and I like the idea of continuing that into the margins. So in the end, what I'm going to do is actually punch out some black stars from some of the cut apart cards in this collection, and I'm going to add 1 black star to each corner. And then I will create my words, and I will add a teeny tiny little black star in between each word. All of that really pulls in both the title, the color of his shirt, and that check patterned paper, and just unifies everything. So let's get started on creating the words. So my first struggle was I wanted to use all those colors that I had matted the picture with, but I have already used the sticker book, so I didn't have perfect lettering options for every single word. So it wasn't like I could just spell every word that I wanted to right off the bat. So I had to kind of flip through and figure out, okay, I can spell skyline with the red letters, and I can spell Lutheran with the teal letters, and I can spell pickles with the golden letters. And I was able to get on pretty much everything that he really loves or describes him right now, except for one thing. I was not able to get Packers on there, which he loves the Green Bay Packers. But, I got everything else. So that's a win. And, at some point I was going to run out of room also. So that said, what I'm going to do as I create this is I'm going to do 1 word in red. I'm going to do 1 word in teal. So I'm going to rotate my colors around, and I'm not going to go in a perfect patterned order, but I am going to switch things in and out. So here you can start to get a feel for what I mean by that. Now, again, this specific alphabet sticker book matches perfectly to this collection. I actually keep it with the collection because it just is just right. And I know I'll use this collection a lot because it's about boys, and I've got 3 boys plus my husband. So knowing that, I will definitely be making use of that, and perhaps even buying another one so I can really polish off this collection. So I am using a ruler, and I'm just lightly drawing a pencil line to help me mark where I want to add the words so I can try my best to keep them in a line. I'm going to tell you the truth. It is not perfect, but it's as close as I could get. And, sometimes that's a struggle for me that I don't get things perfectly straight all the time. That said, I don't really want to spend an extra hour trying to get everything just right. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's handmade. It's telling his story. Mission accomplished. Get it as good as you can, and then don't torture yourself. There are so many things that are torturing us right now. We don't need to add letter stickers to that or making things straight on your layout. So put in your best effort and then walk away. That's my encouragement for you. So now you can see how it has come together. I have also added on some stars. What you can also see right now, though, is that it is really busy. There is a lot of writing going on. And so what I'm going to do in the end is I'm going to pull up that top patterned paper, and I'm going to put down some gray patterned paper. And it's actually a plaid paper, but it's just much more subtle and helps to keep everything from getting lost. I'm also going to add just a few more stars in. I cut them out all using the same papers that I matted his picture with. I added some of those on. I'm going to add a few more, and you can see the final result. That pops way better. So thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to head over and check out Susanna's layout as well. And we'll be back in a couple weeks with another boy layout featuring something with bees. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Thank you so much for stopping by today. We'll see you again next time.